tell by the scenery, I'm not home. So right now I'm actually up in Denver, Colorado, because if you guys don't follow or don't know who Hush Performance is, Robert Diaz is the owner of that. He is a buddy of mine, and he hit me up the other day, and he just needed some help with some work. He needed a little bit of welding done. He's got a whole bunch of just stuff at the shop that he just needed a helping hand with. He's got some help, but it's not like a permanent thing, so I decided to come up for a couple days and give him a hand. So I have been up here for a couple days now. The drive was really long from where I live to here. It was about 14 hours. No, it was about 13, but hour time zone difference, so it was like 14 hours or whatever. But yeah, we did a bunch of work yesterday. Spent like 13 hours at the shop, and or 12 hours or whatever. Got a lot of work done. We're basically, the one car that we're working on right now, which you'll see when I get there, I don't know how much he'll want me to film, but I'll film what I can, just so I can have some content for you guys. But yeah, so far, this is the longest trip I've ever taken by myself without either friends, family, or my girlfriend, so that was extremely anxiety-inducing, because not gonna lie, I'm a pansy. I got really gnarly anxiety. I don't know how to get rid of it, and trust me, my nerves got the best of me. I didn't eat at all the drive up, other than like a bag of chips, and then I had like a burger yesterday. But I'm feeling a little bit better today, hence why I'm filming. I didn't film it all the last 2 days because I was just like fight or flight type mode type stuff. But yeah, so I'm about to head over to a shop right now. I'm gonna swing by the gas station, get some coffee and some water, and we'll get over to the shop. I learned yesterday that Robert's a very simple guy and doesn't really store much stuff at his shop, so I'm just bringing a bunch of my own stuff. So I've got some Rice Krispies, got some donuts for some sugar, got some Mountain Dew for some caffeine later, got some water to stay hydrated. Turn that stuff down. And then obviously got some coffee. I know you guys can't see me for crap, but this shop's only a few minutes up the road, so let's get going. Hey guy.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
You're okay to record. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I figured.
Is that a polarizing lens?
It is actually. Well, filter.
That's what I meant.
Or neutral density filter. But
very good. Well, I got the car running. I stretched that wire over. Fan works.
Oh, does it now? Just over to the one on the thermostat housing?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
The wire stretched out though, and I'm sad about it.
What do you mean?
Like, well, because I had to stretch it over there.
Oh, like the loom?
Just so I can get it there.
Like the rubber jacket on it pulled back, or what?
No, just the wire itself. The whole plug, I had to stretch it to reach. That means that I have to pull the harness out. You can't even see it, but I know that it's there, and it drives me crazy. But I'm gonna back it up. The reverse lights don't work yet either, but there's power out the leads coming this way. There is.
So stupid.
But it still doesn't turn on over here.
So this is a swap that Robert's been finishing up, and I was helping him button it up yesterday. It's a 90 DX EF sedan with he did a B18A1 swap in it. So full LS swap, full DPFI to MPFI harness conversion, and auto to manual while he was at it. And we spent literally like 4 or 5 hours yesterday trying to get the fans to work, and then trying to get the reverse lights to come on. And now, sounds like he got here early and got the fans working. But as for reverse lights, nothing makes sense. Bulbs are good. We have power, we have continuity everywhere that we should, except for whatever reason at the plug, it's not setting the power to the back. So it don't make no sense to me. I've called Doge, I've texted Young Static. None of it just makes sense. This is why I don't do wiring. But otherwise, there's some cool projects here. I don't know if you guys can see behind me this Domani front here. That's a pretty sweet little EK. All you all-wheel drive boys tell me to go all-wheel drive. Well, NA. Well, here's your boy.
Here's your boy.
But yeah, so if you guys remember Robert's shop from the last time when he was in Arizona, it was a lot smaller than this. And forgive the fluffy hair. I don't know, slept weird, but well.
Any of your buddies, any of your followers, any of your viewers, any of your subscribers, they want an internship sweeping floors? There's one here. I need so much help here. Yeah. So if you want to learn and work for free,
yeah,
there's openings.
Hit up Hush Performance. If you got some spare time on your hands and you want to get an insider perspective and kind of get a taste of the industry or this aspect of the industry, kind of like I did with Hasport, then hit up your boy. Okay, I do want to see this big old pressure washer. So this thing is like diesel powered for the heater, and then it's just gas powered for the pressure.
It's Honda powered too, man. It even has VTEC. Single overhead cam VTEC.
You lie. You lie.
I am lying. But it is a Honda motor. The gas motor isn't.
See, Robert's so nice. Not only did he have me vacuum out the car after we did all the swap and stuff, not that there's anything to vacuum because he's got like chewed up bubblegum and tar as a flooring in there,
yeah.
But he's even pressure washer in the car.
That's one of my favorite things to do. Like when we did swaps out of the garage, my buddies went, we'd help me. The thing that we would say the most was, I can't wait to wash this car because that means it was finished.
Yeah.
And we're ready to go on its maiden voyage, but I like to clean it out. That way I can see any new leaks.
Yeah.
Anything new. Because if you have old grease, you can't tell.
Or in our case, yesterday we had to drain the cooling system like 3 different times.
Yeah.
So there's leftover coolant everywhere, so we want to rinse that off.
We'd like to know if it's actually leaking or if that's old stuff. So.
Right. All right. Well, onward and wayward. Well, just took this thing for a test drive and found out the axle is shot and this wheel bearing is a little on the doo-doo side. So I'm gonna pull the axle. Here we go. Oh yeah. So I got the axle out, obviously, like you just saw. We also needed a wheel bearing because Robert just got one on order. This is not bad, this sounds. Yeah, very much wheel bearing left to that. So this car definitely needs a whole front end refresh, but that's not in the bill. Just this right now to get the car safely rolling. How does that one feel? Well, that lower ball joint looks wrecked though.
Well, so is everything.
I mean, true.
I mean, it's up to like he could barely pay to do the swap. Like
yeah.
Getting him to replace all the things that need to get replaced is, I don't see how.
Yeah, that's where, trying to see you guys can see, that's where kind of like the moral dilemma comes in as people that like, when you see this type of crap, you know, you're kind of morally obligated to try and change it out, but if the guy just isn't in the budget, it's not in the budget, but like, I don't know. I think you guys have seen what happens when a lower ball joint falls apart or if a wheel bearing explodes down the road. And that's the part where this sucks, is this is how shops like Robert's end up eating costs, because then you feel obligated to swap crap out.
Yeah, this is one of my hubs that I'm going to have to give up.
Yeah, so he paid for this out of his own pocket. Now he's probably may end up giving it to the guy, depending on how long the wheel bearing takes to get here, of course.
Well, that bearing feels good. That's why I'm swapping it out.
Okay.
So, like, he's not going to have to pay $100 and whatever, job gets done.
Yeah. Well, got the EF finished up, so now I am putting on the clutch and transmission and pilot bearing and throw bearing to this K24. It's going to end up going in a prelude somewhere over there that we're pulling in next. Well, with the help of Bob holding the motor, I was able to get the trans on. After the clutch and all that jazz is on, got the half shaft on. Now Bob is putting on the...
You legit call me Bob?
It's a mature name. You're mature now.
Mature.
You got gray hair.
You're gonna have gray hair soon.
Probably, but yeah, so putting on the alternator relocation kit. Fancy boy with his Milwaukee tools.
You need to get some.
I got all the M12 stuff.
M12?
Yeah, I want some of that stuff though.
Make sure it's a fuel.
I think it is. Home Depot special. Black Friday sale.
Then it's usually not. It's usually not a fuel. It's usually the other stuff. And I found out the hard way because I bought all those same kits. And I have a drawer full, I think I showed you.
Yeah, is the fuel just supposed to be higher quality?
I guess. Because all of the ones that aren't fuel that I have are not, I'm not happy with and broken. Whereas the fuel ones are good.
This guy just cutting up people's cars.
Did you get that? Or did you just miss it?
Oh, I got it.
Oh.
I got you cutting up some random dude's car.
I'm gonna cut it in half. I'm gonna cut it like the cheese.
Like you've been cutting all day.
It's not my fault, dude. Protein.
This dude farts like a baby poops. Sounds like water just coming out. It's so nasty.
It's like a waterfall.
But we're just prepping the bay for the K-swap, which is prepped right there. Got the training and all that done earlier. Finished that up. Yeah, solid. And I'm working on these power steering lines. He's working on cutting the car up. And then we're gonna, I think, test fit. See if we need to take anything else out, like ABS primarily. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've never really seen a Prelude of this generation. I don't ever see these in general.
K-swapped.
Yeah, not K-swap, so.
Yeah.
This will be a first for me, but I know they are out there because obviously the mount kit is readily available, but still.
Well, in Hosports.
Oh yeah, but even then,
Right,
that's like the only one that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's just not a popular car. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like these chassis? I think that they look cool. I'm just not a fan of them. Just trying to push this thing in here felt like it weighed 5,000 pounds. I don't know. I'm not as strong as Bob, so.
No, you're not. You might be strong-willed, but my name's not Will.
You're right, it's gay. He's working on getting the rest of that prepped up so that way I can weld that mount in. I just wanted to show you guys the GSR Robert picked up a little bit ago. Aztec green pearl, all the goodies, all original. Picked it up in Wisconsin and actually 30 minutes from where I was living too, if you guys remember that. But this thing is so minty. I mean, it definitely, like you were just saying, it has some issues underneath, a little bit of rust, sticking e-brake cable, but
it's not quite flaky croissant status.
Yeah, but it's mostly there. And he was already out here racing this thing. Took it down the strip already.
Yeah.
And I think because of sticking e-brake cable, he also said it runs like a 20. Is that what you said? A 20 at the strip in the GSR?
Yeah, so he's checking out the brakes. We think it was hanging up. If you go grab the e-brake, there's nothing there.
Oh.
Like it's like the e-brakes are stuck up, but I can turn the wheel right now and it feels like it's holding up a little bit, but hold it that much.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if that's original cat on that too.
True, so it's probably clogged the
It
crap.
could be. The motor feels good. It hits VTEC. Like it sings, but it doesn't translate.
And it does still have the original B17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you guys go.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's feeling good. There we go. She's all welded in. See if I can focus on that for it. There you go. Looks pretty good.
Welds easier than a DA mount, that's for sure. This one fits a little bit more flush. This little Hobart puts in some work though. I like it.
I am impressed with that machine too, man. I am impressed with that machine. I haven't been able to get it to do that kind of weld. So I had to blame the welder. And then I saw somebody who knows what they're doing, and then it proves it's the machine. And that is like that with a lot of things.
Yeah.
People always blame the part before they blame themselves.
Yeah.
And that is a perfect example. I haven't been able to put beads down like that with that machine ever.
Well, time to test fit, see how it fits. I just took the radiator out because like I said, I've never done this before and I don't know how this is gonna fit, and better safe than sorry. I don't want to be smacking it around. I don't even know if they're upgrading the radiator or not, but just trying to be a nice guy here. So I apologize for the inconvenience of being on the phone. My battery died and apparently I didn't pack any of my extra batteries. Robert actually just took the owner of the EF that was here out on a ride. The guy's coming to pick the car up, which that has to be a pretty cool feeling, you know, finally finishing a swap that you've been sitting on for a while due to circumstances or whatever, and getting it kicked out of here. My goodness, dude, my face looks so dirty. Mustache is black, hands are black, hair just everywhere. I do apologize. I'm just trying to get some work done and help. But in the midst of test fitting this thing, we found out the factory traction bar definitely isn't going to work because it's alternator relocation kit. We don't know if the EP3 other pulley will fit this K24 water pump setup. It may or may not. We just haven't figured it out yet. We haven't tried it. But either way, it has a traction bar over there, right there, that the guy wanted to go on. So we're going to be putting that on. I just pulled the traction bar off. So while Robert's out doing the test drive with the customer, before he takes home his car, traction bar off, or subframe off. I'm going to try and help get the traction bar put up. But it's tight. Just kind of dangling there.
What do you think?
I think it looks...
There's a ton of them.
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
Would have fit.
Yeah, but I mean, with how much the car was moving around when I had to move the rear jacks around, it probably would have crushed it. I'm always playing it safe. But yeah.
But look at that. That's turbo space back
Lots of turbo space.
there. Yeah, that's Sidewinder.
So I just tried test fitting the traction bar, and Rob gave us a bar that doesn't even fit.
It's not it's customer supplied. See, that's what happens. I have everything.
Yeah.
It was used too, so I didn't have any hardware or anything like that. So
yeah.
We just assumed that they had what they needed, and then when we go to put it on, it doesn't fit.
It's a good like that far away from the actual bolt hole, like this way. So it's way too far off.
I'm not at all surprised.
Yeah.
That it didn't work.
Yeah.
This is so normal.
First, this dude was hacking up people's cars. Now he's tagging them up. Like, there ain't no helping this guy.
Gangsta.
But now, we got that bracket. Like I said, welded in. Motor, obviously, you just saw that jazz. So he's painting that. And we're going to put the motor back in here. It should be all good in the hood.
Is that how you talk in all your videos?
That's how I talk to your mom.
Dude.
Tell her I said hi. All right then. Well, on that note, gonna just slap some axles in here to get this thing rolling so it can be pushed around, and probably wrap it up.
I'm ready. If we had just listened to you to begin with, we wouldn't have been here so long. You just know everything.
I know. That's what I'm here for.
That is why you're here.
And that Evo sounds awesome. Well, we're back on the road. All right, guys. We as in I am back on the road. I'm actually about 8 hours, seven and a half, 8 hours into this trip back home. So basically, again, my camera batteries are dead. That's why I'm filming on my phone in the car right now. But basically, the whole trip was just Robert from Hush hit me up. He's in kind of a little bit of desperate need for some help to get caught up. it was just a business thing that went sour. It happens, unfortunately. So he's a bit behind right now on both projects and I think orders. I went up there with the intentions, I think, to just knock out a bunch of welding, but he needed to prioritize the cars first. So that's kind of what we were doing. I just spent 2 full days up there and then obviously 2 full days driving. And right now I'm in the middle of New Mexico somewhere, probably like 30-ish, 40 minutes from Gallup. So I still got a good 4.5 hour-ish drive home, and I've already been on the road since 5:30 this morning. So yeah, just wanted to kind of update you guys, and if I see anything interesting on the way, the rest of the way home, I'll pull out the phone, or I'll pull out the camera. Anyways, see you guys then. I'm also playing a very dangerous game right now because my tires are shot, and I've been needing to replace them. Well, basically shot. I've been needing to replace them for the last, I'd say, month, and this whole thing was an impulse thing. And Robert called me and it's been slow, so I just jumped on it and I was like, you know what, yeah, I'll be there. Give me 2 days, I'll do some laundry and I'll head right up there. And I didn't stop to think that my tires should probably be swapped out. So I'm literally almost showing cord. I'm like completely bald on my back tires now, and they're already been rotated as much as I can. The fronts are almost the same, but obviously the load is in the back. So it is by the grace of God at the moment that I am going to make it home. But anyways, if I blow up, hopefully I really don't, because I don't have anybody out here that can help me out. Anyways, now I'll see you when we get wherever we're going. The worst part about driving on the interstate in areas like New Mexico and Arizona like this is it's very slight rolling hills and you can see forever, and there's nothing in either direction other than some shrubs, some dirt, and some mountains, and it just goes and goes and goes. But that traffic backup in New Mexico, yeah, F New Mexico, like F it right in the butt, alright? I can't stand it. They need to learn how to do their road work properly and not back up traffic for 8 miles at a time to a dead stop. But yeah, so I am on the almost the last leg. Once I hit this area up here called Holdbrook in about 20 minutes, I'm gonna get some coffee there and then check my oil, and then that will be the last stretch home from there. This is a lot of driving, but I just love that this S2000 just takes it. I mean, this thing's been fantastic. Other than just topping off the oil and worrying about my tires on this particular trip, these things just handle the road trips like champs. A little extra storage space would be nice, but these things are fantastic cars for this, for sure. Well, I finally made it to my last stretch. I got some coffee. The first coffee that I've had this whole trip, just because my anxiety and stuff. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna go home. I am so tired. Let's just get back on the road. Dude, if I had $1 for every butterfly that I killed on this trip, even just the last hour, I could pay for this trip. Look at that, look at that. You should see the front end, hold on. Look at how nasty this front end is. This is just disgusting. This is like 2,000 miles of bugs. And the camera is not even doing it justice. Like, there's really so much on there. But car made it home safe and sound. And I do believe these back tires have got to be just about showing wear by now. Because the last couple hours, or the last 2 hours, I stopped caring. Oh, yeah, we're close. Just about there, but you can see they're pretty well worn, so I got enough time to order some tires and drive on these till they show up at least, so that's good. Finally got my normal camera back, since I actually grabbed one of my normal batteries that's charged that I left on my counter. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had a pretty decent time, I would say. Again, I just deal with really bad anxiety, and long road trip by myself, first time and farthest time I think ever for me. Growing pains, I guess. So it was a little nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. But I'm glad I was able to help Robert. I wish I could have stayed longer. He needed a lot more help, but I got my own priorities here. I have some jobs that I had lined up that hopefully aren't totally canceled now, because I had to tell everybody last minute, like, hey, I got some work that needs to get done in Colorado, so let me see what I can do when I get back. So we'll see about that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you have considered subscribing. And if you don't follow Hush Performance, get at him on Instagram and YouTube so that we can kind of keep up with what he's doing. Like he said, DA guys, you're getting some goodies soon, whatever. And he has, he does all the junkyard stuff. So if you guys are ever looking for swaps or whatever, hit him up. I'm sure he's got it. Anyways, guys, do what you love. Figure out the rest. Hit those affiliate links. Hit the big cartel. Get some merch, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.